Urban Artificial Intelligence, strategic thinking media platform. Cyhi the Prince's new song recently went viral. Now, this song is called Bruh Lost Control, BRA Lost Control. Get in the comments. Let me know if y'all heard this song. Rate it on a scale from 1 to 10. I'm going to get a song a 7. Not a bad song. But the reason that it went viral specifically is he's dissing J. Cole on the song. To me, y'all, this was completely random. This came out of left field. Cyhi the Prince dissing J. Cole for a damn near 10-year-old song, which is crazy. Again, this came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting this. Um, get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. Should J. Cole respond? Let me know. Now, the first bar that caught my attention, he said, "You were scared of our good brother in that GNX. Why? Should have known you and that Honda was going to have to collide." Now, this is an obvious reference to Kendrick Lamar GNX album and J. Cole riding around with the fall off promo. He was riding around in the Honda, giving it the old mixtape look, handing out CDs. So he basically is saying, why was you scared of Kendrick Lamar? You knew that y'all was gonna have to cross paths eventually. You popping all this "I'm the best rapper" shit. Kendrick popped the same thing. He knew they paths would cross eventually. Why is he doing this now? All right. Allegedly, he also said he owed J. Cole for False Prophets. That's a song where J. Cole kind of went at Kanye, which is awkward to me that he would be saying this now, because at the time I know him and Kanye was cool, but since then, it doesn't seem like Cyhi and Kanye are on the best of terms. So why would you be attacking J. Cole over a song he made about Kanye West over 10 years ago? All right, if you haven't heard that Lost Prophet song, get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about it. Google it, listen to it. We've always accepted that as a Kanye diss. When I first heard it, I immediately thought about Kanye. Some people say it's not Kanye, but it was. All right, clearly Cyhi thought it was Kanye. But the song is 10 years old. Why not attack him then? Why wait to do it now? And this is just another reason why J. Cole not defending himself against Kendrick was a big misstep. If J. Cole defends himself against Kendrick, do artists make a song like this? Does Cyhi even say this? If J. Cole defends himself against Kendrick, I think, and I've always said this from the beginning, J. Cole is a much harder opponent to attack than Drake. Everybody knows everything about Drake. People have dissed Drake before. All right, Joe Budden got like 5 Drake disses. The greatest diss, I think, of all time, The Story of Adidon, is about Drake. All right, I think that's the greatest hip hop diss of all time, and I'm a huge Drake fan. I'm an even bigger Pusha T fan, but I'm a huge fan of both of those guys. And The Story of Adidon is the greatest diss of all time in the history of hip hop. When you talk about the flow, when you talk about the beat, when you talk about the information, and when you talk about the validity of the information. All right, the validity of the information. Back to J. Cole and Cyhi. J. Cole could drastically change the narrative if he disses Cyhi. All right, will he? I doubt it. All right, he probably don't care. Salute to him for not caring. We know that's his bag. He don't care what people think about him, how he dressed. We don't care what he don't care what people think about how he don't wear jewelry. He probably don't care about what people think about Cyhi the Prince, but he knows for sure that Cyhi is a worthy opponent, and that's the point of this video. If J. Cole goes at Cyhi, and he would have to go hard, he will have to go hard. He will really have to try to take Cyhi's head off. It could change the narrative. I think he could get some of those cool points back. I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. No, it's not the same as Kendrick. We know Cyhi isn't as popular as Kendrick. He don't have as many hits as Kendrick, obviously. But Cyhi is an A1 lyricist. All right. He is a tier 1 lyricist. And if J. Cole responds with a menacing graphic diss, which I think that's what it's going to take, he could win this. He could win. And not only could he win, but he could change the narrative. He could change the narrative of you scared of Kendrick Lamar. You scared of K-Dot. All right. And if I'm Kendrick Lamar, I might have to diss Cyhi too. All right, fuck it. If I'm Kendrick Lamar, I'm dissing Cyhi. Why the fuck are you bringing my name up? And then he said, "You're scared of our good brother in the GNX. Why? Nigga, he's scared of me because I'm a good rapper. All right? So if I'm Kendrick Lamar, I'm throwing a little shot at Cyhi the Prince. Why the fuck are you even bringing me up? Why the fuck are you saying my name? Talk about J. Cole. Focus on J. Cole. That's where I stand on that. All right. If I'm Kung Fu Kenny, if I'm Kendrick Lamar, nigga, you getting bars too, Cyhi. But as far as J. Cole go, this could be a blessing in disguise for J. Cole. All right, a lot of other rappers have come out the woodworks dissing him, and some good rappers dissed him. I don't remember at the moment, and I'm not gonna run down the list, but some pretty skillful rappers dissed him. None as skillful as Cyhi. None of them was as skillful as Cyhi. None of them got bars like Cyhi. He needs to take advantage of this. He needs to take advantage of this opportunity to be looked at as a little bit more of a aggressive artist. All right. I'm not saying he need this. The album was great. The album, in my opinion, should have gotten more attention. But the reason that it didn't was because a lot of people was annoyed about him backing out against Kendrick Lamar. As weird as that sounds, y'all, that's true. All right. I remember Fat Joe on Joe and Jada. He said he didn't even listen to it, or he said he listened to it, but he only like listened to it once, or cause all he could do was think about the Kendrick battle and shit. That's whack. That album, The Fall Off, was way too good of an album for people to say, "Oh well, you didn't respond to Kendrick, so I wasn't really feeling the album." I can't like that's bullshit. All right, that album was a classic and it's so great, but it should be talked about more. The Fall Off was a instant classic. As soon as I listened to it, I knew it was a classic. Amazing album. But that bullshit with Kendrick, it turned a lot of people off, y'all. It turned a lot of people off, and some people was just not fucking with J. Cole after that. And I understand. I get it. I do. I was disappointed when he deleted that track. I was disappointed when he got on stage and apologized to a nigga that dissed him. That's the worst part. The nigga dissed you, then you apologized when you responded back. He had the 2 minute drill diss record. I think that was the perfect first diss record for Kendrick Lamar. And if he would just recorded it and never released it, then yeah, you can apologize, blase, whatever, back out, bow out gracefully. That's cool. But once you release the song, bro, it's up. The song's already out. Kendrick already know what you think about it. So why not just let it rock? But again, that's his choice. And whether he responds to Cyhi the Prince will be his choice too. I'm just putting my 2 cents in saying it's an opportunity, man. J. Cole, people want to see a more aggressive side of him. He's a good enough rapper to have an aggressive side. It's like he's only really aggressive when he's talking about how good he is when he's in the booth by himself. But facing off against an opponent, we haven't seen that. And when we did see it, bro, you got cold feet, you backed out. Kendrick had you shook. Again, he has the right to say who the fuck is inside the Prince. If you're J. Cole, you can do that. You can say that. You have the bars, you have the commercial success, you have the culture. You can say, I'm not even replying to this motherfucker. That's cool. But we would rather you not. J. Cole, get in the booth and get busy, bro. Like that's what you need to do. Take advantage of this, even if it's just one bar. You don't got to make a fuck Cyhi the Prince song. You don't got to make a whole song. Drop a Lucy and throw a couple shots, man. Urban Artificial Intelligence, Strategic Thinking Media Platform. I'm gonna see y'all on the next episode. Peace.